Last time we talked, we were talking about a specific person's name. Richard.
Dick.
So check it out. Last night, as of this recording, but I had a show in Boron sold out. Thank you to everybody that came out and the new listeners and fans. Anyway, at the end of the show, I was going to say there was a disturbance, but it was ultra white. It was a ruckus.
It was
There was
a ruckus.
There was a ruckus outside.
Okay.
There was a gentleman out there in a pickup truck. This is small town, like Boron, all right? That I guess left from the establishment we was at and was approached by a young lady. I don't know how young she was, but she had all of her kids with her, including the pregnant 13-year-old, and was screaming and hollering and all of that, just going off on this dude while he's trying to leave, like hitting the car, all of that shit. So one of the waitresses finally was like, I'm going to handle this shit. And I was like, hey, don't go out, you don't know. And they was like, no, I know him. Because she was another baby mama, apparently, possibly, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, she goes out there, and then they come back in. And I was like, what was all of that about? And it was like, she wants Richard back. That's all. She wants Richard back. And I was like, all that was people fighting over this dude, like this old dude that just live in town. And they were like, yeah.
Fighting over Dick.
That's how you get Dick from Richard. Them niggas must have. I was like, he gotta have amazing dick. It is 11 o'clock at a Mexican restaurant next to a grocery store, and the F fell off of the word food. Like, nobody gives a shit out here. And they fighting over this dick tonight with all of her kids in the car. All of them.
And these are all white people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like desert white people. You know, you're playing GTA, you leave the city and keep going
like
north.
Mad Max.
Yeah. It's exactly that area up there up north where trains just go through the city, like my cousin Vinny type of shit.
Desert white people.
D block.
I can't. I can't. I don't know. Like, usually I can have like a logical explanation, but
Richards have good dick, and that's where the lore came from, and it was just one of them nicknames that didn't need to make sense. His dick's so good, every Richard from now on.
I mean, because there is no reason to call a Richard Dick.
Nah, because you don't have a mark. It's Mark or I don't know.
That's it.
That's Mark. It, really. Yeah, M dot.
That's how I start off on my emails. Actually, M dot. But
that's kind of fly.
I don't have any explanation of why white women are out. I'm sorry, desert white people are out in front of the spot fighting over dick. Maybe it's the only dick in town. Maybe it's the last dick left.
That's the only Richard in town.
It's the only Richard in town.
Oh shit! What if it's like a subliminal thing that like his name is Richard, they know Richard is Dick, and they want Dick.
I mean, but what? I understand, but now if I'm Little Richard, I'm offended.
Oh, so like that was him rhythmically cussing us out. Fuck y'all talking about my little wababa luma bala.
I'm gonna say what I want. I'm free to believe my speech is blown, and you need to receive. You can leave it wrong, it's what you want now. The plan is started, so listen to stand and walk it. They all call truths with a special contrast, cause it's the Illegal Opinions Podcast.
Oh man, I'm cooking today, baby. Welcome back, Legal Opinions Podcast, episode 148. Last place for real talk. Listen with an open mind to leave mad. The choice is yours. I'm your comedian host, Sam Ridley, with my man, J Spade, 24, going viral as we speak on TikTok. Oh, shit. Congrats, man. Your voice is a legend. I hope somebody grabs that clip. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not telling you.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Somebody sent me that, well, they sent us that everybody hates Chris shit.
Everybody hates Chris. Oh shit! Yeah.
They put it in the group. I'm gonna try to pull it up at the end. I am a man of my word. If it's not this episode, it will be next episode. That shit goes in.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that was already a thing. Anyway, you were saying.
By the time we get done recording this episode, you'll be at about 20K on that ending. I think it's resonating with males across the country right now. So y'all go check it out. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is.
I mean, you put it together. I think I just you found the imaging for it.
Nah, you put it perfect though. Like, I want men across the country screaming that shit.
Because of these,
just leaving a club and shit. Like, that's what I'm hoping happens.
That's what happens. And for all you that don't know, Sam put together a reel. It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook Reels. This is a topic that we had talking about She-Hulk and how offensive it was to some people. But that's all good.
On an old ass episode.
Old ass, yeah, it was a while ago. So hopefully you guys go check it out. How has your week been, sir?
Fucking a whirlwind. I'm just happy to be home and in my own bed, for real. Y'all already know, like, those of you that follow me are like, when are you sleeping? The answer is basically no. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. We went to Vegas, knocked it out there. Me and Jill Kimmel, shout out to Jill. I know she said she was going to check out the pod, and I want her on. Super dope person. And just kismet type of shit is happening. I was 10 feet away from Chris Rock and didn't see him.
Damn.
Yeah, dog. Like, it was crazy. We was up at the Improv in Hollywood. Drew Lynch is in there with me, and we're talking. There's like this weird, like, you kind of got to duck under, kind of like you a boxer, fucking, to get underneath to go to the second area of the green room. And I could see Tony Rock sitting in there. And I had already spoke to him, but then if you go to the right, there's another couch, and Chris just came up there and sat down to big up his brother real quick, and he left. So I didn't see him in there. He went downstairs next door to the lab to holler at Tiffany Haddish and Janelle from Abbott Elementary. They was doing a show downstairs, so it was just live. There was no way I could have been everywhere, type of shit. But yeah, I'm home now for a bit, knocking some work out. And Boron, has good dick apparently in the desert. You grew up in like Florida or Alabama more? What'd you call it?
It's really 50-50. Like, I'm from Florida, but like middle school and high school, I was in Mobile, but every weekend, at least once a week, I was in Pensacola.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay, Pensacola. I've been to Pensacola. Okay, so it's not country per se, but it's some country ass type of people in Pensacola and in Mobile.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When you get bored and you broke and you don't have shit to do, you end up finding like games and stuff to pass the time. Yeah. I'm out there last night doing the show, and I was like, what the fuck do y'all do out here besides drink and fuck or do drugs? And somebody yelled,
or do drugs.
Somebody yelled out, dog, rat stomping. And in that moment, I was no longer a comedian. I felt like a pastor up there, because in the lights, all I could see was heads, and nobody laughed at his statement. All I could see was like the shadow of heads, and they was all doing this, like,
Yep.
That's it. And I was like, I'm a little fucking concerned now. And everybody laughed in, and I was like, are you serious? Like, for real? And he was like, yeah, you go out at night and it's not rats that they're actually kicking. That's just what they call it. It's these little, like, desert fucking, like, sand gerbil things that run around out here, I guess, that come out in their part of the desert, and they just go out and kick them shits when they see them pop out of their holes for fun.
Like fucking groundhogs?
Yeah, like some groundhog looking things.
Okay.
They just step on them and kick them shits around at night. Like, they get a bonfire going and they get curious and they get to drinking, and that's what the fuck they do, I guess.
I mean, the fact that they're not rats doesn't really help that this is still some supremely bored shit to be doing out in the I thought, it was rat stomping is really, we fucking throwing bottles in the air and shooting them with shotguns or something. That's what we call it, that. Like, it's a nickname. like Dick and Richard, this is just what we call that shit. You're still actually stomping on rodents.
Oh yeah,
You know
they
what I
was
mean?
too bored to be creative. Like, no, this is what the fuck we doing. Like this
They even
right
call-
here.
Then we have like a cool name for it. It's called like it's literally what it is. It's like what do you call this? Rat stomping.
It's kind of genius. Like if somebody told you that shit, like if you was at a party and some white boys was like, "Hey, we gonna go in the backyard and rat stomp," you might not do it, but you gonna go because you just want to see what the fuck finna happen.
I'm not sure if I would go outside with them. I would absolutely watch from like the kitchen window or
It's
something.
just you going to the door or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm gonna but just my head out the door, like crack that shit. What y'all doing out here? Just crack that shit and peek out, like, okay, I'm just gonna watch from here and see what y'all gonna do.
Just in case of some racist shit we don't know about.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Just in case, it's like rat stomping means, anything that ends with me in a tree.
Or out of it. I don't know. Yo,
Rat stomping.
your nephew's speaking of in a tree, which sucks, but got him to watch half of Django Unchained, and they want to see the rest. But it was interesting to see them watch it because your godson thought it was in his words, a different kind of movie.
It is different.
But I don't know what else he could. He knew it was a slavery movie. He knew that it was a Tarantino movie, right. And I know he's very well versed in. Actually, he hasn't seen Tarantino movies, so maybe that was it. But he was just like at the. That movie makes me crack the fuck up laughing, and I don't know if it does that for a lot of black people. But right. Django is hilarious in parts. There are parts of it that are extremely tragic, but there's parts where you might see a white man go, "Don't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any other niggas around here."
Yeah.
And you can't tell me I'm not supposed to find that shit funny.
I mean, it is funny. It is funny in a way where, number one, Django would have actually died 20 minutes into that movie.
When? Wait, when?
When?
Yeah.
Ah, man. The first 5 minutes during the slavery part, where he's fucking with the other, they all chained up together in the snow.
See, I don't think that's when. I think he's good then. Old buddy frees him.
Okay.
And they go get them first 3 dudes.
Yeah.
That's when. No, you're not just gonna be on the plantation fucking wilding.
Oh yeah. Like that would be my 20 minutes in. Like that. You're not going to fucking Don Johnson's house acting an asshole in your blue suit and shit. No, that's not happening.
And talking to all these white people crazy because this one other white dude we don't know vouch for you.
Yeah. And he ain't even American. Like, this nigga from somewhere else. He's from fucking... This nigga's a Nazi, as far as I know.
I assume you Underground Railroad. You got a tooth on your fucking trailer and shit. Like, who are you, nigga? Who sent you? So, yeah. Anyway. Thank y'all for coming back. Y'all already know we back to business as best we can. It's just been a fun week of shit going on. But we always talk about, the tragedies first, and I was hoping that this was gonna be one that turned for the better.
Yeah. And
it didn't. Rest in peace, Tom Sizemore.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you that are probably like, Tom Sizemore. He's another one of them actors that he was in everything. And I'm gonna just, off the top of my head, I know Natural Born Killers, Saving Private Ryan, and Heat.
Yeah.
That's the 3 off the top of my head. And I know if I really scroll, I'll find a gang more. Because you're just in everything. He just normally wasn't a leading man. A couple days ago, his family started hearing that we got to make some end of life decisions, and unfortunately, he passed away. But the body of work you got, bro, is gonna live on forever. So, rest in peace.
He was an Enemy of the State. I don't remember him in Enemy of the State.
No, I don't remember him in that. I don't really remember much about that movie, but Will Smith running.
Point Break. I remember him in Point Break.
Point Break. I know he was in. I think I seen him. He was in a Wesley Snipes movie a long time ago. Okay, I was thinking Drop Zone for some reason.
He might have been in that too. He was in a lot of shit.
He was in a lot of shit, yeah. But yeah, man, that's tragic. However, again, art like this, Heat is gonna be a classic forever. So
Heat is Heat, yeah. It's
so
yeah.
Shit. Let's get into some shits that's been going on.
Sure.
We were just talking earlier about my happenings down at the store. Chris Rock special. Very ambitious. I love this shit, and I haven't seen it yet. This is a special I'm gonna watch.
It doesn't come on until Saturday night.
Yeah,
Live.
this is a special I'm gonna watch, and the fact of the matter is, I like the experimentation of it. When we were coming up, you know, when Michael Jackson was in Bucharest, you had to watch that bitch when it came on, and you know, concerts and things, so that the natural shit can happen. And Netflix has these like perfectly polished specials, and most comics know you can watch it and tell they cut a huge chunk out of this set, you know, like shit like that. So as a artist of the craft, we're gonna be able to see what he puts together and what happens right then. And it's funny to me that he's already under fire before the shit comes out. But I'm like, nah, this shit is marketing. This is smart marketing.
Under fire for what?
Chris Rock is under fire for making a joke because, you know, like I was telling Marcus, I just saw the man, or was right next to the man. I guess I smelled the same air.
The same air.
It's Chris Rock. And he's doing his shows, you know, he's getting his shit together for his special or whatever. And one of his jokes is that he's called out for saying that he watched Emancipation just to see Will Smith get whipped.
That's funny.
That's fucking funny.
What's wrong with that?
So there's seriously like cancel him pages from the black community, saying
Man.
like, how could you put that on another black man? Now,
niggas. Another black man put his hands on me, and you're mad at a joke that I told? Man, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, for real. Go speak on it.
That's just dumb. And I'm tired of the black community. God damn it. I don't know what that meant, but it's just like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. This nigga slapped me, dog, and you're mad that I made a fucking joke about him getting whipped in a movie? He slapped me in real life in front of real fucking people at an award show. There's not one person on this planet that hasn't seen me getting slapped. I can tell you there's a bunch of people that haven't seen Emancipation. Yep, my hands raised too.
I was like, damn, not only did your ass slap somebody and get kicked out the Oscars, they made you be a slave again, nigga. Like, you at a point in your career, you shouldn't have to do that. You just shouldn't have to.
But his agent was like, this is the one.
This is it. You want to come back, nigga.
Speaking of which, that nigga fought I didn't watch the movie, but I saw the trailer where he's fighting an alligator underwater. What the fuck kind of slave movie is this?
Alligator should watch his fucking mouth, I guess. I mean,
keep my wife's name out your mouth.
He must ate a piece of something with this said Jada. I don't know.
It's just odd that the black community would that the black community.
It's not even odd. It's fucking stupid. Like, and again, yeah, I know we all got different algorithms, but I roll with a white manager a lot now. And her algorithm is a lot different from mine. And you know the only sources that we see these stories coming from? Complex.
Right.
And it's always our shit that's putting these stories out. NBC don't care that he made this joke. You know why? Because when Chris Rock made a joke about his wife and her hair that could have been that y'all wanted to take as a cancer joke, nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody was just glad it didn't get worse. And Chris didn't go off and fight Will Smith on stage. And now he waited because he was smart enough to go, I can monetize this situation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guarantee you 100% of the people tuning in to this Netflix special are waiting for the Will Smith jokes.
That's all. That's all.
They're waiting for those jokes. And I'm waiting for them too. I'm with y'all. You know what I'm saying? When you say black community now, I just keep hearing my man, but Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community. And here's what's worse. And this was also on our list, so it's perfect segue.
Okay.
I was reading an article where Will Smith got an award from some shit called the AAF CI, whatever the CK, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that two A's are African American something, right? For emancipation. He got an award for emancipation from some black community driven award show, right?
Okay.
So in his speech, he's talking about how he was doing a scene with a white person, and the white person ad-libbed. He says, "I did my line, he did his line, and then he ad-libbed spitting in the middle of my chest. He spit on me. This was not a part of the script. White dude decided to spit into the middle of his chest. Not only did Will Smith do nothing, but they did another take. And the white man spit in the middle of his chest ad-libbedly again. So,
dog.
So, you're tight because a comedian that's hosting this award show makes a G.I. Jane joke about your wife. But in this movie, where nobody can see what's going on except for you and everybody that's on the set,
What the fuck is he doing?
allowed this white man to spit in your chest, not in the script, 2 times. And the only reason in the third take the white man didn't spit on Will Smith again was because the director said, "All right, how about we try one without the spit?"
What are you doing, Will? What? William, Will, what are you doing? I still listen to Summertime. I rock with you. And as much as all of this shit has happened, Black America still like roots for you.
Yeah.
And when I think about Will and like me following him, I know how much I loved Independence Day when it came out. I know how much I thought iRobot was dope, and he was just always doing these dope ass projects. But unfortunately, my core memories of Will past those are him walking behind Jada in the kitchen sad. And shit like this. And him lashing out over her. We were just talking about a body of work, excuse me, from Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore cannot touch Will Smith's
Ever.
catalog.
Yeah.
And this shit is starting to overshadow his work. And I wouldn't even, like, from a PR standpoint, who's on your team that said, let's release this fucking story in preparation for the movie? Like, that's the ultimate form of disrespect. Like, the ultimate form of disrespect. That is a we got no words on site type of shit. And I don't care if we playing. If it's in the script and it was already, oh, this is just what happened in that scene, and you're like, we gonna have to CGI this shit maybe. But, like, that's one thing that, like, it would have to be a conversation.
If it was in the scene, written in already, I don't have a problem with that, because you are portraying, you are a character. You're playing a character, and in this scene, the character gets spit on. Now,
Okay, I was gonna go there.
Now, I understand that, and I may choose to tell you, nigga, you not spitting on me. So I hope y'all got like another 30 grand in the budget to CGI this spit, because there was one movie, I can't remember what, and maybe you remember, there was one movie where this dude seemingly spits like fucking a tobacco-filled mouth of trash into somebody else's face.
Oh, I ain't seen that.
Chewing tobacco. It's an older movie, and every time I saw it at the time, I was like, "Nah, we ain't. You not no." I know there are some actors that are cool with that fucking Daniel Day-Lewis shit, where I'm in the moment, I am this person, I get spit on here, they're fine.
And that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say was we might be a little off in that whole actor mentality of him going, well, I didn't get spit on, Will didn't get spit on, I'm at work and I'm Tobias today.
Nah, I'm always me. When it comes to spit,
When they say cut, like it's still in your chest. So
you still smell somebody else's mouth on you. Like, it's just crazy.
And when they say cut, like I gotta remember, you still like no, you spit on me. You
And we might do this shit 20 more times. You not no.
And now I'm on set watching him give this nigga water to make sure he don't get cotton mouth, so he can keep spitting on me. Like
no.
And he having the time of his life. How was work? I spit on this nigga 20 times today.
Yeah.
Like no.
You steady changing shirts. I had to being able to, and I know it sounds retarded, and that's cool, but that's just where I'm going right now. Being able to defend yourself is important. Being able to fight, depending on your temperament, is important. Like, you can't be a hothead and can't fight. That's just not. You can't talk crazy to people and can't fight. That those two things don't go together. Okay. So I have family. And I'll skip the long story. This woman was dating this guy. Her son don't like dude, or didn't like dude, or homeboy said something to her son that he wasn't feeling. Now, son at the time is probably 13 years old. Son spits on dude. Patooey, like spits on this dude, right?
Not the patooey.
So I don't like dude either. So I think it's funny. Like, dang, man, you spit on, like, he spit on the, oh, man. But after the laughter, I tell them, like, yo, don't be spitting on people, bruh. Like, you can't go around spitting on people, because that's not, like, my man, the guy took the spit because he was, he was outside of his depth, probably speaking out of pocket or whatever. And it's also a young boy, and a young boy of the woman he's trying to get with. So he took the spit and ran with it. But I'm telling them, like, yo, that's not okay, because you fuck around and spit on the wrong motherfucker or the right motherfucker, that's gonna be your ass, and you can't fight.
Yeah, that's a whole problem. Like, to me, like, you should be ready to end up in somebody's precinct after you spit on somebody.
You
like,
spit on nobody like that, man.
To me, you've elevated anything that's happening to a point where we're not going back to talk about shit.
Yeah, it's different. Like, you spit on me, it's hands. It's hands.
Will, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Will Smith let a white man spit on him twice, and
I want to continue to respect him, and it's very hard to see him keep making these types of moves career wise. I know that he's gone through it his whole life, blah blah. I don't get it. Like, I know I pay for therapy now, nigga. Like, if I give you the number to mine, something has to give that you are letting this type of shit happen. In my opinion.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Anyway.
Now let's keep. You want to stay on actors? Because
let's go.
Let's do that. Jonathan Majors, man. And we I feel like we almost gush about this dude, but motherfucker's cooking. Like, what else do you say? So Quantumania came out to a lot of people's reviews saying that they didn't like it. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Okay. And he, all the actors make a statement when these movies come out, and what do you think about the reviews? I don't know why everybody asks him that. Like, they check already cleared. Like, anyway, he said it doesn't change how I see myself, and made that the only thing I can describe it as is the Jonathan Majors face, the I don't give a fuck face.
Sure.
And that was more or less his quote out of the article. And I read the article to see like if there was more to it. But what he was saying was like a lot of people were giving it negative reviews. But a lot of people were saying that he was brilliant in it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, who was saying? But what he was saying was the overall movie as a whole has no bearing on me. and my acting ability, whatever, you know. So I think
agree with
it was
that.
like I'm not gonna shit on the movie, but I know I did my thing.
Yeah, like you do what you gotta do. Like sometimes, it's like playing on a bad team. It's like, yeah, I mean, I know my team is trash, but y'all see me out here balling, so I'm balling. And
Here's
like,
my numbers.
Yeah, and that does like the fact that our record is bad doesn't mean that I'm bad. So, yeah, I'm a good baller on a bad team. I was a good actor in a what people are saying is a bad movie.
Right.
But I did my fucking thing. So fuck it. I know I'm gonna get more roles off of this shit. Like, especially like if I'm the fucking diamond in the dog shit, I'm getting. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but I'm finna get to this bag. Like, I'm getting another role because of I carried this movie.
And
like,
I mean,
people I am the shining star in all these scenes. It's all good.
And moving forward, he go outshine Thanos. Well, honestly, he acting wise, he already kind of is because his motivations is different to me. But like Jonathan Majors, if you don't know who Kang is, for those of you that are following the Marvel thing, like it's not one nigga.
It's a bunch of niggas.
Like it's a bunch of them, and we saw one. So everybody was like, "I thought he was supposed to be all big and bad." I was like, "It's probably the weakest one."
Or this is like the one in the middle, like like
you
know
know what I'm saying?
About that one over there. We let him do his bullshit, and you know.
Yeah, but you saw it. I saw it too.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
I think I fell asleep. I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep.
Never mind. We can move on.
I fell asleep twice.
We can move on.
No, we ain't gotta move. Come on, I saw some of it.
Because you don't see nothing.
I see all the stuff.
All the movies you go see, you take a nap in.
I mean, that's not true. I only fell asleep in Black Panther 1.
Come on, dog.
And Black Panther 2. And and Ant-Man. Those are the only 3. And and look, man, look. It's not my fault, okay?
You ain't see it.
I saw the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I saw the beginning, and then
trailers.
I saw the trailers. I saw the trailers too. I saw the beginning, and then I saw when they got sucked down into the thing, and then like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right? Shout out to Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
And then I saw them people come up and get him, the dude with the he got the telescope as a head. I saw them pull up, and I saw them do a lot of walking. Not
so you didn't see it. You didn't see it.
I did. I saw the very end. I saw the end where he says something about I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
From the commercial, yeah.
I was wondering why Kang had on a sleeveless shirt, but that's his prerogative.
I was shocked that they didn't.
I saw the end, and then I saw the second end.
The little, yeah, okay. The second end was dope, but because I was like, oh yeah, it's about to get buck. Yeah, the I don't have to, I just have to. This movie has a lot of holes that people can be mad at. It really does, and it's just like simple. It's the shit that Marvel has started doing at the beginning of all of their movies, where something real stupid has to happen to make this plot work. Yeah. Like Marcus was saying with the Spider-Man movie, I don't even was something way home. Or somebody was home. Everybody was home. Got house party. That the whole scene where Peter was fucking with him while he was trying to do the spell was stupid. But it needed to happen to make the same sort of shit happens, and if to get them down there. Yeah. But people forget, like when you go to see a movie like this, you're not watching. You're watching an episode of a series,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So in Ant-Man 2, they grandmama, I think it's a grandmama, but she was trapped down that bitch for a long ass time.
Who's that? Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And at the end of the last movie, she was helping her granddaughter build some quantum shit.
Yeah,
and in this one it was, we can't stop it, don't do it, and then they get stuck, and it's like, bitch.
That's what I was gonna say, bitch. That's what I was gonna say.
Like,
because How the fuck you been back here for the last 8 years? Okay. We done found your ass. You don't say nothing about this nigga Kang?
Because
running around like you. There's something I didn't tell you. I didn't, bitch. What?
Because she was down there for like 30 years, right?
Yes. How do you not say it's a nigga down there going crazy? That should be the first thing you say.
As soon as you get full size, goddamn it.
Yeah,
Like,
as soon as you get full size, hey, hold up, before we start fucking around with this shit again, hey, there's some nigga named Kang.
burn that goddamn van. Like, how many more pin particles you got left, nigga?
Yeah, we get rid of that shit, all of it done. And then but you don't like turn. What are you doing? You're sending a signal down there? Turn it off. Okay, it's off. And then the shit cut back on. Oh, it's too late. Like, you thought just turn the shit off would be enough. No.
All these people are like the smartest scientists, like, in a room.
Just in that room, these niggas is dumb.
Yeah. But that's why I said, dog, she was down there for 30 years, and I think she was stuck for 45 minutes. Like, she was stuck, and a giant, beautiful black man crashed and was like, I don't know what to do. He was knocking the bottom out that shit.
He was fucking no shit
for 30 years, nigga. She could have came home a long time ago.
That's why she wanted that nigga to turn it off, because she didn't want Michael Douglas to find out that she was getting that Kangalang for the last 30 years.
Think about this shit. You can own up, lady. Like, you can go home and own up to letting Bill Murray smash.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but, you know, I had needs. That's what she told her husband, yeah. I had needs.
Yeah.
She ain't mentioned that fucking Adonis's, you know, like, she ain't mentioned that nigga was down there helping her build whole ships and cities.
Oh, yeah. Like, you can't let your man know that you was fucking Black Jesus down there.
He got beams coming out. Like, you ain't even got to bring no toys. Like,
Black Jesus's dick is different than Bill Murray's dick.
Got to be. Ghostbusters' dick, I don't think is going.
Nah. I ain't scared of no ghost. I'm scared of this pussy though.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. So I don't believe her at all. You was down there fucking the shit out of Jonathan Majors.
I think, and this might be. And I thought this while leaving the theater after getting some great rest. I'm in my car driving back to the crib, and I just start thinking, like, man, maybe Marvel is sliding, because their last few projects, no, not few. Let's do it like this. Their last like 5 projects haven't been what you would expect. Like, what was their last good thing?
It wasn't in this
phase.
phase.
You like She-Hulk. Okay, I didn't like She-Hulk. But let's say, what was the last well-received either TV show or movie from Marvel?
From Marvel? Shit. Because it wasn't Falcon. It wasn't Miss Marvel.
Soldier. It wasn't Miss Marvel.
Nah,
it wasn't
like,
She-Hulk. It wasn't.
Hawkeye got received well, but you know,
Hawkeye was. Yeah, I would give it. Hawkeye was good. But Black Widow wasn't.
Black Widow. You know, Black Widow should have been a series. I think it would have been cold as a series.
Yeah, but that's not what happened.
That's
not what we're talking about.
That wasn't it.
It wasn't Wakanda Forever. It wasn't Ant-Man. Because that Wakanda Forever, that veil got pulled back a little bit sooner than they expected for it to be pulled back, because people kept now the reviews are, well, you know, they did it right by Chadwick Boseman, but movie wise, that shit was not good.
Well, they talked about some of the sketchy decisions I've read about, like how Shuri got stabbed and just got up.
I didn't understand that.
She was supposed to be hurt longer, and, you know, shit got cut for time.
No, that bitch is supposed to be dead. But anyway, go ahead. My bad.
No, same shit. Like, shit like that. And then the dude that did Ant-Man, the special effects, one of the guys did an interview saying some of the stuff in our movie looks bad because Disney has a finite amount of resources, believe it or not, when it comes to CGI and time crunches. Like, there's only so many people that can do those projects to get them done in the time frame. You understand? Like, it doesn't matter how much money you have, rather, but getting it done, right? So, with the movie schedule and the studios they have doing special effects, a majority of those resources went to Wakanda Forever. and they didn't get the budget for CGI. I didn't really see a problem with the CGI in Ant-Man. I'm like, I think you're deflecting from the fact that it was like some bullshit in your story.
I mean, yeah. And they need to kill his daughter somehow.
They do. But back to your point. They really do. But back to your point. It's fucked up.
She irritating as fuck.
She was horrible in most of the movie, and I hate to say that, but they recast her to somebody that was annoying as Cassie Lang.
I thought that was Miley Cyrus initially. I'm like, is that fucking Miley Cyrus?
She do look like Miley a little bit.
She does, but
she didn't do nothing. The whole fucking Hope didn't do shit.
Hope didn't do a goddamn thing.
The Wasp didn't sting shit. The whole movie.
That's true.
She was literally there just to be there. So you didn't miss nothing there. She didn't have her spectacular moment. Paul
How
Rudd,
he pull that shit out? He pulls out of his pocket now. His Ant-Man shit.
I guess because when they got sucked in, he damn sure ain't had no suit on.
He pulls it out of his pocket and puts it on his chest like
Iron Man. It's cheaper. It's cheaper for the studio.
I understand that, but man, I'm gonna say it again. Iron Man was dope when you saw the mechanics of the suit, even though the physics of it don't make sense.
Yeah.
But seeing that shit lock into place, even we know that suitcase suit should have weighed about 1,000 pounds.
Easily.
They're carrying the shit around like chained to Happy's arm. That shit would have ripped Happy's arm off.
That's why Happy was really in the hospital on 3.
Yes, because that shit's hard to carry around. But the fact that he would step into that bitch and that shit would form around, like, it was just dope. It was a dope visual. This fucking nanotechnology bullshit, it does not. It's trash. It's trash. It's trash.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. You were saying Paul Rudd.
I want to know what people fucking expect from him. Like, what do we want from Paul Rudd? It's Paul Rudd.
I mean, the Paul Rudd you're gonna get in Marvel is not the same Paul Rudd you're gonna get on Apple TV. The drama, because he is a great actor. I ain't trying to.
Yes,
my guy.
He is.
So he has a massive range. Like, he's somebody that can make you laugh and fucking cry. So, but in Ant-Man, he's the fucking comedy relief
of the series.
He's
yes.
comedy relief. So you're gonna get that. Like, so I mean, I can't say I can say that I probably won't watch Ant-Man a third time. I will watch it a second time because I fell asleep.
Filling the holes, yeah.
Twice. Yeah, so I'm going to fill in the holes in my memory. But I won't watch it a third time because, I mean, you could tell that Marvel is trying to turn into some comedic fucking, like that last Thor movie. That shit was trash.
I don't think they'll do that again. I think they figured out that they leaned too far into the silly shit, and they need to
better
bring
go
it back.
dark.
Yeah,
I hope they better go dark with the next one, because that's what they need. Marvel, listen, Marvel, and cut us a check. What Marvel needs to do is go dark, like dark, because you can bring all these characters back with this whole now multiverse shit, right?
Right.
Go dark and kill some motherfuckers. Dark movies. I'm talking about like fucking, the Batman series.
Yeah. And I don't want it to be bullshit promised again either. Because we got Deathfish before. And for a minute too. When Avengers Infinity War was coming out, they were like, heroes are going to die.
Yeah.
And when I left the theater, I was like, oh shit, they really did it. That was probably one of the best feelings I've had coming out of a movie. And not because I wanted to see Anthony, from Falcon disappear and shit. It was because they did it. Like, you went there.
Yeah.
Thank God. You gave me a different ending than the hero has to win. So
I mean, there are stakes here.
Right.
Like, there's things can be lost. It's not like, Black Widow is dead. Like, she's out. Maybe she's out, maybe she's not. But the fact that you killed her off and we ain't seen this bitch since then, I'm with that. Like, but there has to be stakes. If there are no stakes, then what are we watching? What are we doing? Like, you
right.
pouring all this money into this shit, And now I'm going to Ant-Man knowing that there's no stakes. Like there were people were saying, oh well maybe I heard Ant-Man dies in this. You're not killing off Paul Rudd.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Anyway,
he still got at least 5-6 movies in him in this series because it's easy money for him. Like, this is the most him role that he could probably get. Like, come in here and just be you in an Ant-Man suit. They let him get buck at the end of this one though, just a little bit. You know, it's like Paul Rudd, come here, what you gonna do? Like getting big on him, and it was just like,
yeah, that's also another thing. Like,
Tough Rudd didn't do it.
When did you learn how to fight? But regardless.
Well, he was in jail in the first one, and he had a hell of a punch, remember?
But that was a fake one.
Yeah.
It was a fake fight.
Oh, you talking about... Wait a minute. Okay, I'm talking about when he got big and was all, like, running towards Kang's castle. You're talking about when this small white man thought he was going to square up on Jonathan Majors. Yeah. No, sir. There's weight classes for a reason.
That's what I was talking about. No, thank you. So,
in the theater, I said, "Come on, man, you finna get your ass beat. You better get big and step on that nigga. Like, what are you doing?"
No, your option is we both gotta lose, cause I can't win.
I can't win.
We both gotta lose. Did I tell you? I put it on Instagram, and I know I'm not, big on IG and social media, whatever. But we talked about this fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp shit. I went to be a beekeeper for a day.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I saved the picture just because I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, and then I was like, nah, let me find out what my man's was doing over here.
I saved the picture just because
I didn't know what I was like, I need it. I don't know why I need it.
I don't know why, but there will be a moment to blackmail this nigga or to make fun of him in the future, and I'm with it. I do the same thing, so I'm not.
I know you do.
No, man, like this cat I work with, he's like the town beekeeper, basically. Like anytime there's a fucking issue around, and I don't mean the town, I just mean like in a certain area. They call him up. They say, "Yo, man, we got some bees over here. Come get these shits." And he's like, "This honey bees, not any kind of whatever." So I'm like, "Oh shit, that's dope." So. And he's a really aggressive white man, not in a bad way, but like I talked to him about going fishing before. He's like, "Hey man, like you like going fishing?" I was like, "Yeah," because I was talking about fishing with somebody else. He kind of came to the conversation, talking about fishing. He's like, "Yeah, let's go tonight." And I was like, "Whoa, we can't go tonight." He's like, "Why not?" I said, "Because I need some momentum. Like you can't just tell me we going fishing tonight. I need to be ready." Mentally prepared to go fishing.
Right.
So he started talking to me about his I saw that he sold honey. He has his own like bottles of honey that he sells. And I'm like, "Dang man, where you get this honey from? How you market this shit? Like how you fucking." He's like, "No, I get bees. I'm a beekeeper." I was like, "Yo man, it's kind of dope." He says, "Come out here with me. Why don't you come out with me tomorrow?" And I was like, "Nah." He says, "Why not?" I'm like, "No, man. Like I told you, I need a runway. I need like a couple of days to get my mind right before I go do something."
Mentally prepared for some brand new shit I've never done.
Never done. Now I may have. This may or may not become a part of the podcast. We haven't talked about it. It's my first time even mentioning it, but I've been trying to find hobbies or a hobby, right? So I've been exploring. Like somebody asked me, "Hey, do you have any hobbies?" And I'm like, fuck. I don't have any hobbies.
You feel like you I think a lot of us, and I'm not gonna make this a whole black man's mental health thing, but like we get into this thing where we just working and work becomes play.
Yeah.
So all day you kind of fucking with something that's in your realm that you know what I'm saying, but you end up not doing the shit you enjoy doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And when I was younger, my hobbies were sports. So I would go and play baseball, basketball, football, or I was practicing that, or I was somewhere doing some athletic shit. And as I got older, going into the military, that's when you really learn that, now your job is your hobby, and your hobby is your job, and shit. Not even that. Your hobby is just whatever time you spend not at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
for real.
So I was like, fuck, man, I don't have a fucking hobby. And I felt really not depressed, but it just like threw me for a loop. Like, God damn, I never thought about that shit. Like, I don't have a fucking hobby. So I've decided to like just throw myself into wild shit that I've never done before.
That's dope.
Looking for a hobby. And this was the first thing. So dude was like, okay, when do you want to go beekeeping? And I said, fuck it, let's go next week. He's all right. Well, I got to talk to my wife about it and let her know. But how about, Thursday? Or no, I'm sorry, it was a Friday. We'll go Friday next week. Okay, cool. Now, the shit is different.
I can't picture. Okay, yeah. I'm itching right now. Yeah.
Because the beehives were like in the back of a golf course.
Nope.
Because you would never think to go over to this spot, and we were driving through like this brush or whatever. We get in out of his truck, and he helps me put the suit on, all this shit, and it's like beehives that we keep as people are like basically like fucking boxes. So it's like a wooden box. It's got a bunch of different frames, like picture frames in it, like landscape picture frames in these fucking boxes. And the bees just do their thing in there. I'm not going to get into the technical parts of it, but it was definitely something that I understand why people do it now. Because as a first timer going out there, we've been taught to like kind of like shoo away or run away from bees. Right?
I don't fuck with bees at all.
Right. But now I'm walking into the bees. And when you take the covers off these boxes and you're fucking with the beehives, there's a meditation in it. Because I'm talking to myself. Because, of course, it's my first time. So I'm like, all right, you got to relax. Relax. Follow his direction, his instruction. Do this, do that. Because I was out there, I was working. Like, I wasn't just watching. Like, I was out there fucking getting busy. So, like a busy bee. So, for me, it was just like, just stay calm and you'll be cool. Like, I'm telling myself, you've been in worse situations before. You've been shot at. You've been in the desert.
I know your adrenaline was pumping. Fuck that. Those are bees, though, nigga.
But and then they're on the mask. They're on the mask, and there's like 5 or 6 on the mask, and they're you hear them buzzing, and their wings. Look, this nigga's itching, and
like no,
wings
stop, no,
moving,
it's fucking.
They're moving the hair on my face. It's like it was crazy, but there is a meditation involved where it was like, okay, just calm down. You got this. You should go. You should go beehiving. You should go beekeeping one day. This nigga's wiping off his neck.
I can't feel my face.
I think you have to push yourself to your line and move the line. You move the line. So now when these things happen, it's you're more. He don't want to hear this shit. Okay,
I'm good. I'm just fixing my shit because I really was. I felt itchy. I don't do bees at all, bruh. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed that about me.
Ass nigga.
You can call me. I'll be him. Can't see without my glasses, ass nigga. Because I don't fucking do
see
bees.
My glasses, ass nigga is hilarious. I can't see without my glasses, ass nigga around these bees. Oh fuck, that's funny. Jesus Christ. He can't see without his glasses. Bitch, that nigga is dead. What he need them glasses for in that coffin? Nothing. My bad. You were saying. Oh shit. That bitch said, "Bitch, he is dead. Well, he don't need them glasses. You can put them over your pocket." He gonna need a new prescription.
In heaven, you gonna get a bitch filled in heaven, goddammit.
Get your prescription filled in heaven. Hey, yo, if you need glasses in heaven, you in heaven.
You didn't make it, nigga.
You didn't make- If you need glasses in heaven, you are in hell, nigga. Jesus don't like you at all. Nigga, you ain't got 2020 in heaven. Holy shit!
You paradise and can't see a bitch ass thing.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Holy shit. That's that shit. That might be one of them things like what was it? We still got shit to talk about. Oh man. God damn it. It reminded me of people saying if you like I would here's an intimate story about me. I grew up in a house where my parents argued a lot, right? And and I was also like on my mother. My mother would take a lot of shit out on me when she didn't win with my dad. So I would go in the bathroom, and my bathroom was like my place of peace, which is one reason probably why I don't like people talking to me in the bathroom. Because when I was younger, to get away from the arguing and to not be yelled at by my mother, I would go to the bathroom and just sit in there. I wasn't taking the shit or nothing. I'll just be. And this is back when we didn't have no cell phones, nigga. So it was just me and like a magazine of whatever the fuck in the bathroom. And so my dad walks by one day and he does what dads do. He's like, all right, you gonna put your eye out in there? Because I've been in there for like 25 minutes. Shower ain't running, none of that shit. So it's like that whole if you gotta wear glasses in heaven,
funny.
you in hell.
That's funny as fuck.
It reminded me of that, like maybe if you see a nigga in heaven that got glasses on, he beat his meat a lot.
Oh, that whole you go blind.
You go blind. You gonna go blind in there now, beating your dick.
Maybe it's a cautionary thing, and we just was doing it wrong.
Yeah, Jesus' joke is you gotta wear glasses in heaven. So we not on track at all, but
no, not at all.
We never are. We never are. It's fine. So I went to the grocery store the other day, and I'm walking out, and I see Lori Harvey on the cover of Essence magazine. And
okay, how's she look?
I mean, she look like a light-skinned girl. I mean, she's pretty. She's a pretty woman, right? She's a good-looking woman.
Get your shit off.
She looks like every other. She looks like every other woman I see on Instagram. Like it's just kind of like. But I was just curious because it says like it's like the two sides of Lori Harvey, and it's her with her arms up on some fucking counter, and there's a mirrored image below her looking down or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, women ain't gotta do a goddamn thing but be pretty.
Nope. In most scenarios, that's the. But I mean, is that partially our fault? Isn't that partially our fault? That's where we put them at for the longest time. Just stand there and be pretty. We can't really be mad at them for just using that shit now. Not us personally, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was always be the Stepford wife, be perfect, be cute, and that's all you need to be. Now women is capitalizing on that shit.
But I not get that, and you're absolutely right. Like that is exactly. But if that's what is good, if if being pretty is enough for you to get the cover of Essence magazine, the most distinguished black magazine probably in the world, you have no accomplishments. You fucked Future, you fucked Diddy and them.
Everybody fucked Future.
Michael B. Jordan. Like that's kind of like that's why people know you. And because of that, you've gotten you're not like, fucking Essence Woman of the Year for donating and fucking humanitarian, et cetera, et cetera. We know you to be the nigga that's dating the nigga from Snowfall now. Like,
yeah, she's a black Kardashian with no sex tape. I mean, and I think that the difference with Lori for you is, you ever heard that whole thing like, every girl is pretty, you just don't know her shit yet. Like, she's not perfect. And with Lori, she done too much public shit. So, you know, if she was some other Instagram chick, she wouldn't aggravate you so bad. But she done put herself way out there off of nothing. Then, you know, I fucked him. Yeah, I fucked him too. And I fucked him. Who doing good on TV? Oh, I'm going to go fuck him too. And I know women are like, well, I mean, she should be able to do that. That's not what we're saying. She is allowed to do that.
She's allowed to do that.
But the way that she's presenting it is, what Marcus is saying to me is, how am I supposed to, like, take you seriously on something that prominent black people strived to get on the cover of this magazine?
And that's not, I'm not even putting it on her. I'm not putting it on her. I'll put it on Essence.
Oh yeah, it's on the industry for sure. Yeah.
Why the fuck do you have her on the cover of the magazine? Because what are you telling people? Like, for me, when you put somebody on the cover of a magazine, you're trying to tell people what you're, you know, this is what we believe in. So if there's some young black woman walking around fucking Publix or Kroger or whatever the fucking, and she sees, oh, that's Laura Harvey. Oh, she ain't done nothing but be with niggas. That's how you get famous. That's how I get on the cover of Essence. It's just fuck niggas. And if you fuck the right ones, you'll be on the cover of a magazine. Is that the messaging? Because that's what I'm receiving. Maybe I'm off. But it's like, yo, hold on a second. Like, I mean, her stepdad, not even her real dad, is Steve Harvey. But she's taking his name. I'm sure there's a reason behind that shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's just one of those things where it's like, God damn, man. Like, what are we...
On the bigger picture of it, what are we selling?
Even furthermore, we don't know the names of these. Like, there are famous women that are famous for having talent. Okay? And this is not because of color or anything. Like, but we don't know who Julia Roberts' fucking husband is.
I assume Julia Roberts don't have a vagina. It's just like flat down there like a Barbie doll.
But she got a husband though. He and they've been married for a long time.
Yeah. So she might be throwing it bike.
Nigga, Denzel Washington's wife has never been on the cover of Essence. And I'm sure she's done a whole bunch of shit. Nigga, Mary J. Blige's husband was her fucking manager. He was her manager. And I guarantee you, if you walk by that nigga right now on Food, that's a southern store.
Food World.
In fucking Walmart, you wouldn't know who the fuck this dude is. Because we don't, like...
I would expect to see...
As a dude, you gotta conquer fucking everything to get on the cover of some shit like fucking Essence. But as a woman, you gotta fuck Future and a couple other niggas, and then people want to wonder about who you are and shit. Like, that shit's crazy to me.
I think it's a watering down of the brand. And don't get me wrong, I know times change, but when I think of, like, it's sort of like needing unleaded premium and supreme gas, right? Essence was supreme gas for black magazines. You know, like, I don't know, unleaded was out Jet or some shit. I don't know. It's like a pamphlet. And then I could see them putting Lori Harvey on, let's say, the cover of Ebony.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Just because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that was the, like, just because you Ebony. It means black.
Yes, that's it.
Name of the magazine is nigga. That's all it means. Yep, there go one. Ebony. You Ebony? Yep, you can stay for a little bit. Like, right, that's all it meant. And, you know, and she could have been there. So for Essence, for me, I see people like I could see them putting like Issa Rae up there.
Sure.
Or 100%. You know, like you know, the people that are putting it, Shonda Rhimes, you know, like people that are like, but not the girl that's just, you know, smashing for her fame. 'Cause by now, Kim at least had a TV show.
Oh yeah.
2 dicks in, she was getting some different kind of money. Like,
goddamn 12 seasons. She got a Hulu. They got a Hulu deal now. They still going.
Like, does she have perfume or a toenail out? Like, is something out?
Nah, I'm pretty sure she put that white out on her nail still. If I had guessed.
I don't know. But yeah, that's her.
That's what. Last one?
Yeah, let's do one more, which is my favorite one this week. I was like, damn, Marcus might have to give Michael B. Jordan some flowers. But no,
Sure.
no. I say that in a joking way because for whatever reason, when y'all listen to this show, and I'm talking to listeners right now, all y'all hear is the bad shit he say about Michael B. Jordan. And not even offline. Me and him don't talk about Michael B. Jordan off the pod. I know that he does not admire that man as a man in the business accomplishments he's made. He just think he ain't a strong actor. That's it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't ever hear that part. So this chick that he went to high school with, that all the articles saying it was his high school bully. We don't know the extent of that.
Right.
Bullying is relative to the person. Caught him on the red carpet and he basically sunned her. Everybody knows this story, so I ain't got to read the whole thing. Bravo, my nigga. Like, that's that Lil Wayne prom queen moment that we all wait for. And you took it. And I'm glad that, because she was trying to talk you up on some, remember me from high? We was so crazy back then. No, bitch. No. We weren't crazy. You just played me to the left talking about you had headshots in high school. What you think you gonna be? Get out my face. Get out my face. Get out my face. Yeah.
Damn.
I ain't mad at the dude.
I'm not mad at him either, man. He corny as fuck though. We are on different sides of the fence on this.
And I know, no. I somebody posted that Michael B. Jordan is cute. This girl posted on Twitter and it went viral. Michael B. Jordan is cute, but he just don't have no edge. I don't know. He just look responsible, like he know where his birth certificate is or some shit.
No, that's what
That's what it said.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Michael B. Jordan is a nigga in the parking garage that uses turning signals and shit. But what?
That's great. That's all. That's just great. That's my hysterical laugh as a comic. I'm just like, God damn, that's great. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Turning signals in the parking garage. I just think it's. I do think it's corny. To me, it's corny because I'm not Michael B. Jordan, not that famous, right? I'm not famous at all, but I've been in positions where I've been back at home during, like, you ever go home during a time where, like Christmas, right?
Right.
Go home and everybody from school is back at the crib, and so you're out bouncing around at bars. You got your people around you, whatever. And there are people like I'm not above. I'm sure people in high school thought I was corny. People I didn't talk to, people probably thought I was a cornball, or I was, somebody that was trying to be funny, or I was fucking an asshole, or whatever the fuck. I was a dickhead. I'm sure people had these thoughts. There have been times where I've been out, and I'm literally at the bar, like buying some drinks for my homeboys, and there's a girl that in school probably made fun of me. And, hey, Marcus, hey, get me a drink. Dog, I'd forgotten about this bitch so badly that I didn't know who she was until my friends told me later on, yo, that was so-and-so that you fucking, like, played to the left. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, I don't even remember this bitch. So, for me, he's fucking 36, 37 years old. So you've been out of high school for fucking 20 years damn near, at least, close to that. And you're a millionaire. And you're on your red carpet for your movie that you directed. And you're like, oh yeah, it's so easy to slide by. But the fact is, you was one calling me corny, right? You called me corny in high school? Nigga, that's why people think you're corny. Because of shit like
So you feel like he should have just been like, all right, take care, girl.
No, just like you're conducting. I'm out here at my event. You're doing an interview. I already know, like, on the hierarchy in this fucking fame shit, where I am and where you are. The fact that you even got to come and interview me is enough.
No, it's not.
It is enough.
It's not enough. I'm gonna sun you because there's a lot of other people here that have to interview me. You're not the only one I'm gonna have to talk to, and I didn't have that experience with them. And you're not gonna come up. Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. If she just came up and was like, did her interview and let the shit go, we straight. Don't come up here trying to make it seem like, we had a thing at all when you weren't somebody that I was ever cool with. And you never believed in what I'm doing. but you just happen to be in a position to where you can interview me now while I'm going into my shit. Like, no, we're not gonna slide past that. It's not to me him being petty. It's no, I do remember you because you was one of them that fucked with me the most. And if that was in his head, then it was on his heart to say shit.
That's some gay shit to do. To me, that's some cornball shit. And it's even more cornball because he was fucking wrong.
What you mean?
It wasn't her that said the shit. It was somebody else.
Oh, really?
That's why.
So it wasn't the right girl. Did he apologize and shit?
No. That's why it's cornball shit. Because you out here, you couldn't wait. You couldn't fucking wait to jump out there and be fucking mean to somebody. Because now all of a sudden you got the fucking bat, or would say it's not fun when the rabbit got the gun. Now you got the gun.
That's interesting. I haven't seen that anywhere.
Yeah,
all I keep seeing, but again,
he heard it from. I guess she does a podcast, and the girl that's on the podcast with her, I guess that she was interviewing, said he was a cornball.
Okay, so somebody else said it.
That shit got back to him, and he assumed that she said the shit.
Okay, that's corny. If it wasn't her specifically, yeah, that's corny.
And he didn't apologize. He didn't apologize. He like you do that nationally, because we've all seen it. So we call it national.
Absolutely.
And now he ain't came back and said my bad. Like now you a fucking doofy ass nigga. And do I know you as a man? No. But to me, you corny for fucking ever. Until you come out and apologize, you a corny ass nigga. Period. And I always thought you was corny anyway. And it's okay to be corny. It's okay to be corny. I know niggas that are corny, and I'm cool with them. It's okay to be corny, but to do that shit is like, to me, it's if you're still digging back 40 years. Well, he's damn near 40 years old. If you're still digging back into high school crates and mad at what somebody did to you in fucking high school, nigga, go to therapy. Go fucking talk to somebody.
He do need to. I mean, I hope all of them have a therapist. I mean, for real. Can I agree with that? Yes, I can. No. I'm thinking about it because I'm not just gonna take it and be like, well, that's how you feel. Like, to me, it would be different if. Okay, let me back up. The journey of being in Hollywood, and people telling you that you can't and shit like that is different for everybody. So I don't know how he takes it when people from high school that didn't believe in him, maybe he's like, fuck all of y'all.
Sure.
So, and he probably didn't know nothing about that pod. Now, the part I agree with 100% on you saying he corny is if somebody just like, let's say I'm out on the road. I get a text from you. Hey, you seen this podcast from the Two Girls in Pajamas podcast over here? They talking about you. She went to high school with you. And I take the time to give that rent free space in my head. I fucked up. And he's walking into probably the biggest night of his career.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
So in all of that, a young lady walks up to you or walks up to me and I remember Marcus mentioned the Two Girls in Pajamas podcast. Are you the one that hurt me?
Yeah.
That's corny. But the part of his mind that's like, this shit still bothers me, that's a very real thing if he ain't dealt with.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Like calling stuff, like somebody calling you corny ain't like the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? They ain't say you was a bitch ass motherfucker. They ain't call you as a man. They ain't call you a pussy. They ain't say none of it. Like, they just said you was corny.
How much?
I'll be rich and corny. It's
How
cool.
much?
How much what?
Like, we hear it, people call him corny. We call him corny. We've talked about how corny he comes off on screen often, right?
Yeah.
How often did you get called short? How often did I get called skinny to where it bothered you? I guarantee there's people in your head that you can go, that motherfucker always had a short joke for me in school.
No. Nobody?
Well, you said you took it differently. You started just being like, I'm gonna just fuck y'all up if you come over here.
Well, it was that. When I was younger, it was I could snap back, and I could fight. So it was like, okay, you want to snap on me, I'll snap on you. It's all good. If you want to throw hands, I could do that too. It don't matter to me. But as I got older, I just had different confirmations. Like I had girls telling me that I was cute. Okay, well, shit. Why am I worried about what these niggas talking about? If I got these chicks over here telling me that they think I'm cute, or I remember this one girl in middle school told me like you can be fine when you get older. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't wait to get older. Like, because right now this shit ain't working.
Like,
right?
When is
right
that?
Now right now it's a fucking disaster. But when I got in the military and I had women, I don't know if I told a story on here or not, but I was walking in the gym and there was two girls that I knew from the base. I was going in the gym, they were coming out. I got on these long johns and sweatpants. It's the middle of fucking summer in fucking Virginia. And they're like, yo, why are you wearing these clothes? And I tell them why. I'm like, yo, I was kind of trying to cover my shit up. I ain't trying to, be all the way out there, have my shit out. They were like, do you have an issue with the way you look? And I'm like, I don't want to get into it right now in front of the gym, but yeah, a little bit. I'm insecure about that shit. And they were like, yo, if you don't take that, you're fine. We saw you washing your car the other day outside in the dorms. You look fucking good. Take that shit off. Like, there are things that happen in your life, in my opinion, that should give you confidence in at least a portion of who you are. And the fact that somebody calls you corny after you've been called everything else shouldn't be there are worse things to be called. I'm sure. We've called him potentially gay on this. Well, I have. I've called him potentially gay on this podcast. I don't know what this, but that's worse than some girl from high school calling you corny. Well, you carrying that around?
I think that it's which moniker bothers you? So
that might be it too. Yeah.
Let's say gay. I bet of course people gonna call him gay, but he smashing chicks every night. So
sure.
Maybe that's something that in his brain he doesn't have to question his own mind on that and go, are you gay? No, I'm not gay. Affirmation.
Right.
Am I corny? I bet you all the time he has, because Hollywood, people, the reviews, that's constantly in his head. It just came out in a moment. This is no different than except it wasn't physical, Will Smith going off on Chris. He had an outburst, and I feel like that's what happened on the red carpet with him with this girl.
I agree with that. That's true. Like maybe I agree with that 100%. Maybe his thing isn't being called gay because I'm getting cheeks, or he don't care about you liking him. He don't care about how people feel about his sexuality. But the corny thing is the shit that he's been fighting and can't get away from.
There's no amount of money that can get rid of that. Like, if this is just kind of who your persona is, like, and you trying to change it, cool. But if people are just like, no, you're just kind of corny and it's all right. Like, but you don't like that because you've always been called that. Imagine.
You've been trying to be cool, and no matter what you do, you
still ain't cool.
And then you go and do some corny shit, and now people still calling you corny. That's gotta. I mean, but like no amount of money gets you away from corny. Just be corny. Like
be corny.
Just be corny. Like Will Smith was been corny. I mean, shit. Chris Rock has never been cool.
No. Like he literally made a show about himself called "Everybody Hates Chris."
Damn, I ain't get that fucking imaging. Shit, I'll do it next time. I promise. But yeah, man, that shit is it's hard to deal with. I think, what could somebody call you nowadays that would just fucking get under your skin?
Me? You know what? I'm gonna write that down, and we can talk about that next week.
Yeah, because I'm thinking now, and I'm having a hard time. So I would like to.
My first thought was and I immediately dismissed it. That's why I was like, nope, that ain't it. When I first started comedy, like first, let's say 3 years, if somebody online was like in an argument, you ain't even funny, I would immediately start digging in my head about like, well, what show did they see? And well, I mean, and now I know it's just that you ain't have shit else to say in the moment of the conversation. And then as a professional thing, it's just like, nobody goes, like, comedy's a practice, much like being a doctor. But nobody's gonna go back to the doctor. That's why your heart transplant didn't work that time.
God damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they love to try and sting people into passion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, fuck y'all. And I think that's where his brain was like, He wasn't even talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, fuck all of y'all that called me corny.
But that's where, that's where words matter.
Yeah. He fucked. I'm not saying he didn't fuck up. I'm just saying I understand what he meant. And it didn't come across that way.
I just can't see myself doing that, man. I can't see myself doing that. Like, I'd rather, like, I'll look past you before I stop myself. Like, on my night, I'm going to address some high school shit that you said about me 20-something years ago. Like, that's wild to me. I just don't understand why you would do that to, especially, I'm not even going to do that because I think that's corny, too. I think when people try to, well, you said that to a woman. Oh, nah, I think it's corny to say to anybody. Like, I don't care about a dude talking to a girl. Just period. It's corny to say. Because some people want to divide that. Like, oh, I mean, you talk to a woman like that. She was just doing her job. I would feel the same way if it was a dude. Because it's like, what makes the way this man feels different than the way this woman would feel?
Right.
Like, so I'm not even separating the shit by sex. It's just, you got to get past some shit, man. Like, you have to, like, growing is real. Like, you really got to grow the fuck up. And just because you have success doesn't mean you've grown up. It just means you've had success. But any fucking way.
Yeah, when you don't do one without the other, that's how you end up in that situation. But, like, even with me, if it took off tomorrow, it's not some shit you can control. So a lot of people aren't ready for that shit mentally. And I guarantee you that's a linchpin in his success that he's always been trying to fight. That's that type of shit that drives a dude that's 5'5" to stay in the gym. A dude that keeps getting called corny to just be the biggest, buffest, corny dude. Jonathan Majors, if he was a regular dude in the mall and wasn't huge, y'all would be telling him he had a big nose.
Oh,
and he, like, all of that shit. All of that
I ain't
shit.
I ain't gonna front. Love Jonathan Majors.
I love that dude.
I guarantee you, if he wasn't famous, y'all hoes wouldn't be going at that nigga like that. Like, there's no. Like, y'all said that nigga is slave handsome.
I've heard people say that. He got an old 70s face.
Y'all call that man slave handsome. Slantsome. That's not cool.
No. And women, hell, mine, these niggas is out at the movies right now. They went on a girls' trip. We can end it here. They went on a fucking girls' trip this weekend to see Creed. They ain't seen Creed 1 or 2.
Because that nigga Michael B. Jordan is corny.
Because he's corny. Y'all waited.
You got Jonathan Majors in this bitch now, goddamn.
And for real, I want all of y'all listening to this that went and saw Creed this weekend to know you should be ashamed of yourselves for acting like you like Michael B. Jordan as much as you do. Y'all waited to the third movie when a far superior nigga popped up so that y'all could go and check out his shit.
This nigga say far. That's disrespectful. A far superior nigga?
Oh, shit. I'm playing, Mike.
Far superior nigga showed up? Holy shit. This nigga said a far superior nigga. God damn. Holy shit. I'm gonna just go ahead and play this music.
Just play the music, dog. That's all you can
do. Damn.
Hey, y'all. Hey, man, I'm just playing, dog. I'm a comic. I'm funny and shit. Thank y'all.
That shit wasn't funny.
That shit was uncalled for. And I love the pictures. All jokes aside, all comedy aside, Hardy Hars no. I love the pictures they took together, saying, talking about brotherhood and how we need to do more of that. And he lost one brother. He ain't trying to lose another one. Those two men have a lot of love for one another. We just talk about Mike shit and this girl. But y'all, thank y'all for listening. We're gonna get up out of here, man. We back to business. There's a different version of you in everybody's head. Just be your goddamn self.
Yeah.
So that's all you got to do. It's real easy. Marcus, take us out.
That's cool. If you corny, be corny. If you cool, then just keep being cool. If you funny, then keep being funny. Just do whatever you're comfortable in within your own skin. Speaking of that, I did watch a trailer for that Creed shit.
Yeah.
This gonna be my Jonathan Major summer. That nigga took his shirt off in that scene with the sunglasses on. Nigga was ripped.
That's what you gonna do?
Oh yeah. I got to.
All right. Well, I'm
getting up in age, so I only have so much time that I can still get in that shape.
I want to be like
for the road.
I want to be that built fat nigga. You know that old nigga that's built up top, but he got a belly.
Oh, yeah. That nigga all arms and chest and stomach.
Oh, and you can't push him for shit. You can't shove that nigga for nothing.
Nothing. All that nigga do is push a lawnmower. Nothing wrong with that though. So thank you guys for listening to Illegal Opinions, the podcast for people that don't like podcasts. Coming at you every goddamn Sunday on your favorite streaming services. Sam was on the road. He out there working. Took a. So did I. Kind of.
Push the button on the mic.
Yeah, I did. I pressed the mute button. My bad. Anyway, tell a friend. We love you guys. Hope you had a great weekend. We will be back next week. So hopefully you will be here too. So be safe. Show love. Peace. We out this bitch.